Hey guys, William Smith here with Patriot Containers again. My white t-shirts. I've been wearing these things since I was 15 years old. It's a specific brand and I just love them. I'm so sorry that they don't look professional, but I'm one of those guys. I sit behind a desk, I talk on the phone. I just want to be comfortable. That's it. So anyways, guys, yesterday's video was how you can go on Google, and a good tool to use to research companies is Google AI. And so you can research, type in the business name, type in Google, type in reviews, and then type in AI, and it'll tell you all the gathered information from different websites and all this stuff summed up into one assumption. And not an assumption, it's going to take all the information that's on the internet and give you a breakdown of how these companies are. I can't tell you the business name, but this is another company. So I'm going to be fair here. So on this company, it says, the container company receives mixed reviews with many positive experiences, emphasizing good customer service, communication, and quality containers, along some negative feedback regarding damaged containers, delivery issues, and poor customer support after the sale. The company holds a good rating with the Better Business Bureau, but customer reviews on independent platforms like Yelp show a history of complaints about product quality, service issues after delivery. I've said this time and time again in my videos. These types of companies that I think you should be the most concerned about are all the ones that say, we're nationwide, we're the most reviewed, we have a lifetime or 25-year warranty. If you don't like your container in 60 or 90 days, you can have a full refund. Well, you got to read their terms and conditions, because it's going to say something completely different than with what you're being told. These companies make sales based off of lies, and I could do it too. I just have morals and standards, and I used to work for companies that lied to the customers, and I hated it so much I started my own business. I don't believe in you. Who wants to call a company and be lied to and then have a rusty old container delivered 3 months later, and then all the hoopla that was sold along with it with their false warranties or their fake refunds, and then just find out the hard way, and then you're stuck with a crappy container. So I always take the positive stuff with a grain of salt, and I'll tell you why. These companies are known to purchase fake 5-star reviews every time they get a complaint. They got to push that complaint down. And it's a system that I've been watching for years on how they do it. I've seen 2 different companies with the same exact review. Same person, same 100% the wording, and the same pictures. I've seen it. I know that those are fake reviews. Plus, I know with what customers say. You know, some of the reviews that these companies get are so over the top. Customers just don't write that stuff. It just doesn't. They just don't. They're over the top, and they're trying to make it sound like, oh, we want people to see this and this and this and this. Customers just don't do reviews like that. Anyways, good customer service, quality products, smooth purchasing process, pay on delivery, positive BBB rating. Well, BBB doesn't take down their fake 5-star reviews. In all my videos, I'm exposing all these bad companies with what they do to you guys. Well, here is what Google AI is saying about this container company. Some customers report difficulty getting support for damaged containers or other problems after the container has been delivered. Delivery problems. A few reviews mention problems with the delivery, including the driver not showing up as planned or incorrect container placement. The first one, these companies do deliver damaged containers. They also deliver as-is containers. They deliver old, rusty containers that have holes. These companies also don't do their scheduling correctly. You could place an order and then they just forget about you up until you call back a month later and go, hey, where's my container? And they go, oh, sorry, the driver this, or a lift broke, or A hydraulic line broke. They got every one-liner to tell you. They have them pre-written, and it's a script. They probably even have it in email form too. So yeah, when a container is not delivered on the right day, 98% of the time, it's not anybody's fault other than the company that scheduled it. It's not the driver's fault. It's not equipment failure. It's not the customer's fault. It's either Mother Nature or it's the company that just can't do anything right. Damaged or misrepresented represented containers. Instances of receiving containers with damaged doors and gaskets or containers are not the color advertised that have been reported. I've made a video about this too, where you go to their website and you see a bunch of wind and watertight containers that look nice. Wind and watertight doesn't look nice. They look like junk. And if it has no holes, it's wind and watertight. So they will mislead you on describing the container to make the sale. They close the sale by saying you have a lifetime warranty and you have a 60-day full refund. That's the icing on the cake to make you buy. But if you read their terms and conditions, you're going to read something else. Inconsistent service. While some find the process effortless, others experience multiple attempts and issues to get customer container delivered correctly. Now, my videos are becoming so repetitive that I can do this every single day and just read the stuff that's on the internet about these companies. It's all the same thing. 90% of container companies are lying. They purchase junk. They take forever to deliver, and then they need to be accountable to fix anything that they've done wrong, they run and hide. And then when you think you have a warranty, it's a fiberglass patch kit that will not last forever. It will fail at some point in time, and it's not an industry standard fiberglass patch kit. Container shipping lines don't use that junk. And then if you do think you're going to get your full refund in 60 or 90 days, you're going to lose your delivery money twice because they dropped it off and now they have to come get it. You're going to get a restocking fee and you're going to get a cancellation fee. They're going to keep 75% of your money, and then you won't have a container, and you're going to be left over with 25% of the money that you paid. Key takeaways. Verify before you buy. Given the mixed experiences, it's advisable to thoroughly inspect the container upon arrival and ensure that it meets your expectations. I have something to say about that. So a lot of these companies, they'll deliver containers in the night because they know they have holes. They get there and they want you to sign something before the container is unloaded on the ground so you can inspect it. You can't inspect your container on the truck. They're not going to let you do that. They have to unload the container so you can inspect it. The problem with these types of companies is you guys are somehow authorizing their terms and conditions literally right when you place the order. You're already screwed. You just waited all that time to get it delivered. It shows up. It's a crappy container. You were screwed when you placed the order. The whole point of these videos is these terms and conditions on these websites. You guys got to read them. You got to read them. It proves everything that I'm saying as accurate. Read reviews and understand the company's policies and at addressing issues or damage after the sale is complete. Google is telling you guys need to research these companies. You got to research them and read their complaints. These companies don't pay money for negative reviews. Those negative reviews are real and what these companies have done to their customers. This is a funny thing that Google is saying. While a positive BB rating is good, it does not guarantee an issue-free experience for every customer. I'm accredited by the BBB. I pay them $65 a month. I don't have a single complaint on Better Business Bureau. I don't have a single complaint from a real buyer on Google. I don't have Patriot Containers doesn't have any complaints from real buyers in 11 years. As long as you pay Better Business Bureau like $65 a month, you're accredited. If you get a complaint, I've called Better Business Bureau. I can't believe Better Business Bureau gives these garbage companies, these rookie liars, and they rip people off constantly, an A+ rating. And I asked them, how is this possible? Look at all these complaints that these companies get. These are the worst companies to buy from, and you're giving them an A+ rating. They didn't know what to say. They basically said, as long as they pay $65 a month and they answer their complaints, they're in good standing. So you could get 1,000 complaints in one day, and all you have to do is answer it. You do not have to resolve the problem. Better Business Bureau is basically a website to complain to. And if nobody's reading them, nobody's listening. So if a company gets a ton of complaints and does not respond to them, Better Business Bureau will affect their rating, and eventually it'll come down and down and down, and then a company will not make the payment. So, and that's a sales tool too. I don't really say. I mean, I've been in business for 11 years, and I never even tried to get BBB accredited, and then I called them. I'm like, how is it that you guys are giving these horrible companies an A rating? How? It's just, these are the worst companies to buy from. So anyways, Google AI is telling you that it's not, just because they have an A rating doesn't mean you're going to get a good service or a good container. So buyer beware. So anyways, guys, that's another one. Have a great one. Got to pick up my son soon. Have a great one. Bye.